What's up, guys? Welcome to another Terado on Toys. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, and to those who have been here before, welcome back and thank you for returning. So we're checking out Bandai's shfiguarts Masked Rider #1, and I'm pretty stoked about it. I know there is a 50th anniversary edition with an updated body sculpt and paint job, but I had to go with this version for the obvious reasons that you see right before you at the bottom right corner. But before we move any further, if you enjoy this video and you want to support the channel, as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you ring that bell for new uploads. All right. Now, we're going to check out the box because I always love admiring the box art. I love the graphic they got at the corner there. It's pretty cool. On the side, we just got the Masked Rider one there. And on the other side, we've got the classic rider pose. On the back side, we've got a nice presentation of the figure in different poses. We got one demonstrating with the accessory there, and then the other one with the flowing scarf, and that's pretty much it. So let's check out the figure up close. Now, I will point out this is a used item, but I gotta say right off the bat, it's in pretty damn good condition. The only exception is that the drop hips are a little loose, or I'll say pretty loose. But the sculpt is actually really nice, very screen accurate. I haven't noticed any marks on the surface, no scuff marks, no scratches, stress marks, none of that. So it's quite clean for a used item, and I'd want to believe that the seller just had this guy up as display, and probably just played around with the poses, right? Like the typical collector thing to do, hence why the drop hips are loose. And I imagine he probably played around with the rider kick pose a lot, hence the loose hips. But yeah, like everything in regarding to the sculpt, the paintwork is like really nice. Oh, there is one thing I did notice, and that's the antenna. The antenna is uneven, like one is just a bit longer than the other, and I don't know if that's an error by the collector or the seller, or if this was a QC issue with the manufacturer. So, if I'm being completely honest, and this isn't a cope, this is like I can live with this, and at least they don't move, right? These aren't loose, so I will have to be careful about that. But I do like that they don't come out. So yeah, so the sculpt is nice, paintwork is nice. The articulation, I'd say this is pretty standard for shfiguarts, right? You've got like the head movement. I will say the scarf, it gets in the way for like to make the head look down, right? So there's like not much of a range there, or really at all, but you can tilt up, so that's nice. But yeah, you got standard head movement. I do like that the scarf moves around quite freely and easily. And then in the shoulders, it looks like he's got butterfly joints there, but there's really no range in them, right? I guess just enough to pull off the signature poses. No bicep swivel, which is interesting, but I wonder if that's because the shoulder is on a ball joint. So it does allow all of that nice rotation. You can pull off a pretty decent T-pose, right? But yeah, it would be nice to have that bicep swivel, and perhaps the 50th anniversary edition has that. You got a nice bicep bend. It's double jointed. No swivel in the forearms, but you got the articulation in the wrist, and of course you can, you can bend it. Well, not bend it, but it's got the hinge, and you can rotate it. And yeah, they swap hands, of course. Now in the torso, we've got the midsection. Feels like it's on a ball joint, so a lot of nice mobility there. At the waist, we've got some, it's also on a ball joint, so nice mobility there as well. I like that the belt, the henshin belt, is like a separate piece. It's not just sculpted onto the pelvis. What else? So like I said, the drop hips, they're loose, right? Especially when they're extended out. And I think it's because the guy or gal, I don't know the gender of the seller, but I imagine they just kept playing around with the rider kick, right? Because I'll show you later, but when you have the kick impact effect, it pulls the weight. It weights the leg down. So I think that's where the looseness is coming from, or has come from. But it's like on a, I don't know how to describe this, but because it's on a ball joint there in the hip, but it has like that swivel ability there. Doubled knee joint, which is always nice to have there. No swivel at the lower leg. And then the feet, we've got the swivel, we've got nice extension, point the feet out, slight bend there, and we've got the toe hinge, which is, oh, I just popped the foot out. Easy fix. But we've got the toe bend, which is always nice to have for your poses. And that pretty much wraps up the articulation of the figure. So yeah, like considering, the loose hips and whatnot, I do plan on getting the 50th anniversary version. And when I do, this will probably be a copy that I just kind of play around with. I'll probably have them at my nightstand, maybe. And yeah, so the other version, since it's updated, right? I've seen the pictures, the I don't know if it's just the photo quality, or perhaps the actual figure does have much more vibrant coloring on it. That one will probably be more used for toy photography, and this one I'll just be playing around with. But yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the condition he came in, considering he's used. The one thing I will point out, well, a couple things I'll point out, is the hands. I was swapping some of the hands, and they were really tight, so I had to loosen the sockets, right, just to kind of widen them up. And easy fix. But another thing I noticed, and I guess we'll get right into the accessories and the extra hands, is that he came in the box with only one closed fist, right? Because on the box cover, or not the cover, but I'll show it on the back side, it looks like he's got two closed fists. So I don't want to blame the seller. Maybe it was another manufacturing error, or maybe he came in intentionally that way. But I would have liked another closed fist, but maybe because I'm like completist. Because we've got this accessory hand, and there's basically two pairs of accessory hands, right? So this is the other pair, and then this is the other right accessory hand to match the one that's on him right now. So I imagine you got these hands. So if and when I do get the Cyclone, right, the motorcycle, you can use these for the handlebars. But I don't know why he would have two pairs of accessory hands, right? So again, I don't know if it was just like an error on the seller's part or the manufacturing department, but it just would have been nice to have the matching closed fist, right? The other hands that we've got are these two open palms, right? And the classic Rider hands for those signature poses. So that's cool. You know, I got this, something I didn't point out in regards to the paint job. Actually, is I love how I love the sheen on it. It really gives that metallic look on there. So I should have mentioned that earlier. We've got extra scarf for the nice flowiness, right? For those rider kicks, rider punches, all those signature moves. And these are the two things I was really excited about. Is the shocker saber or sword. I love that he came with one, because earlier in the series, which by the way, I finally finished it. You know, it's like 90, I think 98 episodes. I finally finished the series. And yeah, in the beginning, he always had a sword. So you know, maybe I shouldn't say this is the shocker sword, but the shocker guys, the henchmen, they had the same sword. I feel like maybe I'd have to look back, but yeah. Anyway, he had a sword sometimes, so I thought that's cool that he came with one. And then of course, I would actually say, more importantly, the rider kick effect. This thing is so cool. So glad he came with one. Which, like I said in the beginning, that's why I had to get it. Excuse me. So yeah, he kind of just fits right in there. It's not the best fitting, I will say. It comes off quite easily. And, oh, come on. Don't do this to me now on camera. But yeah, I would have thought there would be, you know, like a flat piece here to close that off. Otherwise, his foot's just going to go right through it. But it does fit on there. I'm just having trouble because the camera's on. But if you saw my short video, my short review, I pulled it off. It's just, now I'm under pressure. So there we go. So it fits on there pretty well, but it does fall off easily. But as I was saying earlier, when you have them in the actual rider kick pose, if you have, like, whether you have this in the socket or extended out, the weight of the effect will drag the leg down. And I'm just assuming that that's why these hip joints are loose, because it just kept pulling them down when they would display him. But I'm still pretty happy with the outcome. You know, he still feels well intact, just with the exception of these hips. And that's pretty much it. I'm just really happy to have a rider figure. Initially I was gonna get the original, his original suit, right? When he's got the dark green helmet, the green face plate, you know, the green gloves, all that, right? But I don't know. I had to get this one. Maybe because I was just coming off from finishing the show. But I will get the original eventually, along with the 50th anniversary, because it does look pristine based off the photos. And it would be kind of cool to do a comparison, a side-to-side comparison between this version and the latest one. So in due time. So to wrap it up, we're going to do a figure size comparison. So let me get this guy up. And I believe he stands at about 5.5 inches. All right, let me just whip this out. Usually I have it in my head on their measurements, but yeah, it's looking like 5.5. So let's pull in Jada Toys Mega Man, CT Toys Mafex Wolverine. It looks like they're just about at the same height. And we'll bring in Sound Blaster. I believe this is the Legacy United. I always forget. But here we are, size order. And yeah, there we go. So like I said, eventually I will get the other versions of him. I also would like to get Kamen Rider #2 as well, because he was pretty badass. A nice replacement for the time being. If you don't know, too bad. But that's all I got for you guys. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, hit like, leave a comment, subscribe, ring the bell for new uploads. Hopefully I will catch you on the next one. In the meantime, stay young, keep enjoying your toys, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.